All right, hey guys, so this is day 2 of the Pro8 plan. If you haven't gotten it yet, go to darlingcalabrese.com, download it, you'll have it ready to go, and you can click on those exercises to see videos of each exercise, and you can always check back here for any modifications that you need for at home. So today is going to be an upper body circuit. We have 2 circuits. We're going to do anywhere between 3 and 4 rounds of each circuit. You do want to start off with a piece of cardio equipment just to warm up. I have in there starting with an elliptical, being that you can use those arms and really work those arms to warm them up and prepare them for what exercises you are about to do. So let's go ahead and get started with our first circuit. All right, so for our first exercise in the circuit, we have a seated row. So what you're gonna do is, here I have a bench set up with the cable machine. Okay, I have this V attachment here, and we're going to start rowing with that. Obviously, if you're at the gym and they have the rowing piece of equipment, you can totally use that, which I highly suggest. It's already set up for you. So if you're at home and you have a cable at home, this is the way you would set it up. I will also do another modification if you do not have cable at home. You can see that in a little bit. But what you're gonna do is we're gonna set your feet just either on the floor, or if you have a bar right underneath, you're just gonna set your feet there, wherever you're comfortable. We're going to grab the cable, slide back a little bit. You want full tension in the cable itself. Your back is upright, chest is out, and you're gonna do the full range of motion for your back. So what that means is we're gonna come forward, and as we come forward, the chest is still straight, okay? Abs are tight, butt is back, okay? We still want tension there, so I'm gonna move back a little bit. And as we come back, the chest is coming up. You're gonna row it in, keeping those elbows back, squeezing the back there. Okay, so we're working the lower back as we pull back here, and then we're continuing with this pull for the upper back here. Okay, so here and here, and you're gonna continue that fluid motion, 12 to 15. The seated row. All right, so if you're at home and you need a modification for the seated row, you're going to grab 2 dumbbells, so a set of dumbbells. You're going to be leaning over, okay? So as you're leaning over, your arms are hanging, chest is up, butt is out, abs are in, okay? So draw in that belly button. As you come up, you wanna come up a little bit and then row. So here, and then coming right back down the same way, keeping the chest out, okay? You don't wanna be hunched over like this and rowing up. Everything is nice and flat. You're utilizing that lower back and rowing at the same time, okay? 12 to 15 reps here. All right, and that is your modification for the seated row. And we're going to move on to our next exercise. All right, so exercise number 2 of our first circuit for upper body strength, we have the lat pull down. So again, in the gym, you have this machine there. So utilize that if you're in the gym. If you're at home or in a studio that does not have the machine, you can very easily do this with a bench and the cable. Okay, so right now I have the bench pulled up, and we're gonna sit on it very close to the cable machine, and I will do another modification for at home if you do not have this. So I have this Z-bar hooked up here, okay? If you don't have a Z-bar and you just have a straight bar, go ahead and use that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit here nice and tall, chest is up. We're gonna grab it on the outside of the Z-bar, and we're gonna pull down, squeezing the lats, okay? Elbows are going to be pushed out and squeezing down. All right, so you're gonna do that 12 to 15. You're also keeping those abs nice and tight, always. 12 to 15 reps and 3 to 4 rounds of each circuit. All right, so let's get that started. And that is the lat pull down. We are going to go into your at-home modification. Okay, so this is the at-home modification for your lat pull down. I'm using a full body band here, and I'm tying it up onto a pole in the studio that we have here. So if you're at home, you just want to find something high enough where you can just kind of wrap it around and be pulling on it so that it's not going to snap back. So find something sturdy and high enough to kind of tie it up to. What you're gonna do is you're gonna sit down on the ground, okay? Feet are gonna be apart here. We're going to, let me just scooch over a little bit. Okay, you're gonna grab each side of the band, okay? High enough, you'll have some dangling at the end here. And same exact motion as the pull down that we did on the cable, coming down and squeezing that back, coming up nice and easy. So now what you can do is, because you're using maybe a lighter resistance here, you can increase those reps. Increase them about 5 to 10 reps and do it that way, okay? So keeping the chest up and those abs nice and tight. Back is nice and straight. You're pulling down, squeezing, bringing it up nice and slow. And go ahead for those reps that you want to do, 15 to 20. Good, and that is your modified lat pull down. All right, we are moving on to biceps right now. So we are going to do something called 21s. You are going to need a set of dumbbells. What this is you're gonna be doing 3 different variations of a bicep curl, 7 times each way. All right, so it's 21 times you're going to be curling. What you're gonna be doing is standing nice and tall, shoulders back, chest is out, abs are tight. Palms are facing outwards, okay? So they're facing away from you. You have your dumbbells in your hands and you're going to curl all the way up and all the way down. This is 7 times. Once your 7 times is done, we're gonna do halfway the upper and then halfway the lower part. So follow through. It says 5, 6, and 7. So now what we're gonna do is come down halfway here and right back up for 7. And then once we're done here for 7, we're gonna come all the way down, full extension, and then doing that lower half. So this is 6 and 7, and then all the way down, full extension, halfway, right here. And 5, 6, and 7, and that is your 21. So you wanna use a set of dumbbells that is heavy enough to where it's becoming a challenge, especially at the very end. All right, so we have one more exercise for the upper body and then we will continue this circuit. Okay, so for our final exercise of the first circuit, we have a standing cable bar chest press. So that cable bar, some gyms may have it, some gyms may not. Basically it's the bar and it has 2 connecting ends at the ends that will connect to each clip of the cable. If you don't have that, which here in the studio we don't carry that, so we're using just simple hand grips, okay? So here we're using this on one on each side. You're gonna clip it, you're going to adjust the sides, each pulley, to about shoulder height, mid-chest line height, really, okay? And again, I will show you a modification for this at home if you do not have a cable system. So what you're going to do is grab each side. In order to come out, I want you to bring it into your shoulders first and then walk it out. So you keep that tension behind you throughout the whole exercise. I have one leg forward. This is especially if you're using a heavier weight and you need a little extra support. okay? But my chest is still out. I'm engaging my core here, all right? And I have 1 foot forward. So what we're gonna do is just a simple press, okay? So you kind of wanna act like you have that bar here, and you're just gonna press it out, okay? It's a straight bar press. So we have about 12 to 15 here. So what you can do, I like to just even it out and do about 6 on each leg, 6 to 7 on each leg. This way it's being evenly distributed with which leg is out front, okay? All right, so that is your cable standing chest press. And make sure that when you're coming back to bring the pulleys back, that you come back holding them at your shoulders, okay? You don't wanna have it tear your shoulders off by letting go out here. All right, so you wanna repeat this circuit. Again, the circuit is with little to no rest in between these exercises. Take a nice rest, 1 to 2 minutes before repeating the circuit again for the 2nd and 3rd or even 4th time. All right, let's move on to circuit number 2. We'll go to the first exercise. Okay, I didn't want to leave out the modification for the standing cable chest press. So what I have here is a bench. You can easily do this on the floor as well. And I have a set of dumbbells. All right, so what we're gonna do is just simply lay on our back. All right, shoulders are staying back, belly button is in, and you're just coming down and pressing it straight up. Same exact motion as you did or would be doing on the cable. So again, you wanna just do 12 to 15 reps here with a weight that's heavy enough to where you might be struggling towards the end to give you a little bit of a challenge. All right, and that is your at-home modification for the cable standing chest press. All right, guys, so we are beginning the 2nd circuit of your upper body day 2 workout. So we're gonna start with the tricep push-down on the cables. I will show you the home modification with a set of dumbbells, but here we're gonna use the cable and the push-down rope, okay? So I've attached it here all the way up, nice and high. You're gonna stand here nice and tall, chest is up, shoulders are back, okay? We're gonna push down, keeping the abs nice and tight, okay? Down and out. You wanna squeeze here on the out part, okay? Come up nice and slow and push down, okay? You've got about 12 to 15 reps here, and let's get started. All right, and that is your tricep extensions, push downs. Let's get over to your modification. Okay, so we have the modification for at-home tricep push downs. So what I'm gonna use here is actually a band. Okay, if you don't have the bands, you can use a dumbbell, which I'll also show you that modification. But for right now, we have this band here. What you're gonna do is just, again, shoulders up, chest back. You just wanna have a nice, good posture, tummy in. Hold the band up top, palm up, just holding it here, okay? The other palm is face down. So this is the one that you are working on with the palm face down. You want that shoulder nice and tightly back, elbow at your side, and you're just gonna go ahead and pull it down here. So nice and slow, you will push down, come up nice and easy, push down, nice and strong, and come up nice and easy. So you wanna do this, I would say 10 to 12 times on each arm. Go ahead and switch it to the other arm, and then that is going to be your full set. For your dumbbell modification, I'm going to grab just like you want 5, 8, 10 pounds, whatever you can handle. You'll bend over and just do your tricep extensions this way. Okay, so squeeze. So it just depends on what equipment you have at home and available to you. And you can go ahead and just kick back this way. All right, and it's gonna feel a little bit different other than pushing it down with the cable or pushing down with the band. But essentially you're targeting the same muscle, and you can totally do 12 to 15 here, both arms going at the same time, okay? And those are your at-home modifications for tricep push-downs. Okay, so the last exercise of circuit 2 is going to be push-ups. So there's one of two ways you can do this. If you have enough strength to put yourself into a full plank like this and get your chest down to the ground, go ahead and do it in that full plank. What you want is your shoulders over your wrists, nice and strong, okay? You don't want to be far back here and you don't want to be over here. So you want to be directly, your hands directly under your chest, okay? You want a flat back, shoulders to ankle should be somewhat of a board, all right? You don't want to be piked up, and you definitely don't want your hips being down here. Okay, you want to stay nice and tight in this board form. Bring that chest down to your hands and push straight up, okay? Core is nice and tight. If you cannot do that, you can of course go onto a bench, okay? If you're gonna do it on the bench there, same exact form. You have your hands right under you, and you're going to go ahead and push you that way. So here's your bench, hands are here, okay? Feet are behind you, you're in a nice plank, and you're just coming down, getting that chest down there. You are not hinging at your hips. You're coming straight down, okay? Even further, if you wanna go onto the floor here, you can stay on your knees. You're gonna walk it out, you're gonna drop your hips a bit, okay? And you're gonna rock on your knees. So all it's gonna look like is here, okay? You're rocking back and forth. You are not hinging at the hips, okay? This is no. So here, okay, rock on the knees if you need another modification. And that is the last exercise of your circuit. Complete the reps that you have on the Pro8 plan, and then go ahead and repeat that circuit 3 to 4 times, whatever the program is asking for, all right? All right, so the last exercise of the second day workout for the Pro8 plan, again, you can get it at darlingcalabrese.com. You have your mountain climbers. We're doing just one set of this. I believe it's 20 on each leg, 40 total mountain climbers. So all it's gonna look like is here. You're in a plank. Again, we're in that straight board, okay? You wanna be nice and tight, abs are tight, and you're gonna run it in, okay? So drive that knee into the chest, drive it here, and as you go back, you're running it, okay? So a lot of times I'll see this foot come down here, and people are doing this. That's not what we want, okay? It's a drive. That top foot is off the ground, and you're driving it back and you're running it in. So, okay, it'll look just like this as you do it in full motion, all right? So again, keeping that top foot up, engaging your core, all right, and working those abs and your quads, really driving them in. All right, guys, happy second day. Go ahead and finish up with your cardio, and we will see you on day 3.